Y'all, I don't know how to act now that I have my own car. I'm gonna take this off because I don't necessarily need it. Whew, okay. I know there's a glare with the glasses. I'll take the glasses off. I'll be blind just so that I can talk to you and you can see my eyes. I bought my first car. And she is a 2011 Ford Explorer Limited. And I'm so oily, I'm sweating, I'm sorry. But yeah, I got my first car. We got her yesterday. The whole process of it was a little bit like frustrating, and the whole process of buying the first car was frustrating, like in general. So I'm gonna do a story time on that before I do a walk around of the car and show you guys the outside, and before I show you guys the inside. I'm not gonna do like a full tour because she's not like decorated or anything yet, so I don't want to like do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys basically my experience with buying my first car and everything. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching. And if you are only interested in seeing like the car and like the overview, because it's not a tour, but the overview of the car, then I'll put in like a timestamp of when you guys can skip to it so that you guys can see that. But yeah, if you're interested, then keep watching. So basically, I told myself that I wanted to buy a car by the end of summer. Like I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna buy a car by the end of summer. I have to, you know, like I really wanted to meet that goal. So, I mean, obviously it happened. And so I worked for a little bit over a year, maybe a year and a couple months by now. I've been working, saved up a little bit under $4,000. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start looking for cars. And I'm 17, so I can't legally sign my name on a car, which is why we didn't go to a dealership first. We were actually looking into private sellers first because we really wanted to have my name on the car. So we were looking for a private seller. We ended up looking on Facebook Market and Carfax. I ended up finding one car that I was interested in, so we went to go see it, me and my mom, and it was just not worth it. The radio didn't work, it looked really old, so many things were wrong with it. Like the alignment was messed up in the wheel, it was like shaking, like there would have been no point in getting that car. So it was like really sad, and I was like, ugh, this sucks, because I was so excited to like just get a car already, but it didn't work out. So a couple weeks go by and I'm still looking on Facebook Market and I'm still not finding anything, so I'm like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna start looking at dealerships. So as soon as I'm like, okay, I'm broadening my spectrum or whatever, I found a car that was at a local dealership and I really liked it. Like, cosmetically, the car was fine. There was literally nothing wrong with the car. It had a sunroof, it was beautiful, a nice black SUV, but it needed work on like the engine or something. I don't remember specifically, but it needed internal work, and I was like, Jesus, this is gonna cost me a couple $100, almost $1,000 to fix that, so that wasn't worth it either. We didn't end up getting that either. So by this point I was like, I'm never gonna get a car. Like, I'm literally never gonna get a car. Like, I was spending weeks looking, like every single morning I was on Facebook Market, on Carfax, on this, that, and the third, looking to see if there was anything, and I wasn't finding anything. So then at this point, my sister tells me and my mom about a car dealership that's a buy here, pay here place, which means that, you know, like you do payments on it, and you put like your down payment and everything like that. So we went to go check it out. We saw a really nice, I think it was a Kia Sportage, and I think it had a sunroof as well, but it was already sold, so that sucked. And then we went in to talk to the lady, and she told me, she was like, well, do you have like a specific car in mind? Because apparently they could look for that specific car, get it on the lot, and then I could buy it from them. I told her no. I just told her the basics of what I wanted because I didn't know specifically what I wanted at that point. Like, I don't know anything about cars. I'm 17. I don't know. She tells me to go home, do some research, and find a car that I like. So I go home and I was like, okay, I really like that Kia Sportage. I'm gonna do some research on that. I think I landed on a 2014 Kia Sportage, and I printed out the Carfax and like the Kelly Blue Book information. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this into her. We're gonna see what she can do. I ended up never actually going back to show her that because I was like, I don't want her to go find this car and like, I don't even like it. And then she brings it in a lot, and then, you know, like, it just didn't seem worth it to me, so I held off on that. And so, one random Thursday, me and my mom are running errands, and we're like, you know what, let's go back to that lot, she said. She was like, let's go look and see if they have anything. So, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That's not gonna harm anything. So we go, and we found my baby that I have now. She is a 2011 Ford Explorer Limited. She is very beautiful. And I was like, let's test drive her. Like, I like her, let's test drive her, and let's do this. Unfortunately, we didn't come with my money because we weren't thinking like we were gonna buy a car. We thought we were just gonna come see a car, but we were like, as soon as we got into the car just to check it out, we were like, we're coming back with our money and I'm gonna buy this car. We go in, we tell them we're like really interested in this car. They want us to put a down payment on right then and there, but we were running errands before, and so I didn't have my money with me, and we had food in the car, and I didn't want our groceries to like spoil. So we go back home. I get my money. We go back up to the dealership. Then we test drive the car, bring it by the house, you know, take it out on the highway, test everything out, and it was great. There was only a couple things that were wrong with the car that we noticed as we were taking it back to the dealership, and that was that I think it's the passenger side on the right, the back right hand tire was starting to go flat. It was losing air, so we told them about that. My mirror on this side, my driver's side, was cracked, and then what else was it? There was something else. Oh, the AC. I don't know how I forgot that. The AC was not working. Like, you would get in here, the day that we test drove it, it was so hot in this freaking car, I literally could have died. It was not working at all. And so we told them about all those little things, and they were like, oh, we can fix that for you. And I was like, and I don't have to pay for it? Yes, do that, please and thank you, and I will gladly put a down payment on this car. But because she is a used car, there's like a few dents on the outside, like little dents. I'm gonna show you guys that when I walk around. She has a few paint chips, like near the front and back, I believe. The leather armrests are like where the seam is, they're starting to tear, but we're able to fix that. We're gonna fix that, me and my dad. And then she's dirty. She's like really dirty, so I haven't cleaned her out yet. I think I'm sweating. The floors are stained, so after I clean off the floors, I'm gonna have to also put mats in here because I'm like literally not dealing with that. But I know mats are gonna be expensive, so I'm waiting off on those. And then this actually has third row seating, but I have the third row sat down. I'm not gonna pick those up today. I might, but I probably won't pick those up to show you guys. You'll have to wait until the car tour, so subscribe if you want to see a car tour, full car tour. But yeah, those are down currently. I mean, I don't know, I think other than that, there's like something electrical back here that used to have a cap on it, but I think the cap broke off, or, you know, it fell off, whatever. So we have to get a cap to put on there. I think those are all the problems that were cosmetically wrong with the car, but they're not so bad that like you're like, ew, the car, something's wrong. So I was like, let's put my down payment. I came back with my money. I think the minimum was $1,300 to put down for a down payment. I put $1,800 down, so that it would bring my payments down, because I am doing payments on this car. It's $200 every 2 weeks, so I do $400 every month, which really isn't that bad for my part-time job. I still owe a couple grand on here for this vehicle. I should have it paid off in the next 2 years, I believe. Like this year, next year, it should be paid off. I'm trying to think of anything else. No, I think that's pretty much it. So they tell us, we're gonna get those things fixed, we're gonna get the inspection sticker put on it for you. And I was like, great, thank you. And then they're like, you can pick up the car the next day. And I was like, yes, I'm so excited. I literally couldn't sleep. So the next day comes, and we're expecting the call for us to go pick it up, and it never comes. I literally woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because like I was so anxious I could not sleep. Never get the call. So we're like, okay, maybe it took longer than expected. We'll wait till the next day to get it. So it's Saturday at this point, and still no call. So my mom calls them, and they're like, oh, we think it's out of the shop, but we're gonna check and then call you back. So we're like, great, bet. They still don't call, and we're like, this sucks. So I think it was like 6 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock. It was like real late in the evening. She had called back, and they told her it was out of the shop, but it didn't have its inspection on it. So at this point, it's Sunday. I can't pick up the car, and I'm like, Jesus, because they're closed on Sundays. So I'm like, now I have to wait until Monday. This sucks. But I was like, you know what? Patience is what I need to have right now, because that's what's going to get me through this, even though I really did not want to wait. So I'm waiting, and at this point I'm like agitated because I expected my car like 3 days ago. And I was like, as long as everything's fixed, it's worth it. Like, I'll wait. So we get to Monday, and they call us, and I'm like, yes, thank the Lord. They fixed everything. The mirror's fixed, the AC is fixed, the back tire was fixed. They fixed the brakes as well. I didn't know there was something wrong with the brakes, but apparently they had to fix that in order to get the inspection done. But they got the inspection sticker on it. I have my temporary license plates on here, so I'm good to legally drive it on the road. And I was like, yes. Somebody just like, oh, okay. I thought somebody was pulling up, like a neighbor or something. But yeah, so everything's great now. It was just very aggravating and frustrating. That's why I didn't vlog the actual process of me getting my first car, because it took months. It took like 3 months of me searching for a car. Like I said, I still owe a couple grand on this car, and then I have to spend, I think it's about $600 to get my actual license plates, and like pay for a lien fee and DMV services and things like that, because we can do that up at the dealership. To pay that, I think I'm gonna just pay that when I pay my car payment on Friday. So that's gonna be done this week. But yeah, that's everything that I need to tell you guys. So now we are finally at the point where we're gonna do the car tour. Or well, not the tour, the overview of the car. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take you guys down. I guess the first thing I'll show you guys is the dual sunroof. It does have the little buttons up here that control the sunroof. So if I click that one, sort of have to turn it on. My seat moves automatically, and then these come up like that. This is what my dash looks like very quickly. Got my cup holders and everything here. Nice little steering wheel. We've got some buttons over here and that. But basically, if you pull this right there, it'll close it, the back up, and then you pull it again when it's done, and it'll close the front. So I push it to open it back up, which is normally how I keep it. Right now I just have like all my stuff sort of just chilling in the seat. We've got my phone right here and my key right there. We only have one key, so I can't put it on my keychain, which I have sitting right here, or my lanyard, but that sort of sucks, but it's okay. And then this right here, phone's falling, that's great. You sort of have to press the button and then press back on the back of it, which normally I use 2 hands, but apparently I can do it with one. And there's a little bit of outlets down there. But the doors that I was mentioning earlier, right there, where the seam is on the passenger side and the driver's side, it's like coming apart. So luckily it's a fake seam, so we don't have to actually sew it again. We can just, there's a specific type of glue I have to buy, but I'm not gonna buy that yet. I'm gonna wait on that, so I'm gonna do that in the video. Oh my god, the air feels so good. I'm gonna do like all the things that I want to fix in the cleaning and decorating my car with me video that I'm gonna do, as well as the car tour. And then the steering wheel has a blue logo on it. I'm gonna get a black overlay sticker to put on here because I don't like the blue too much. And then I'm gonna show you guys the outside of the car as soon as I show you the back and then the trunk. Okay, so we're now in the back. These obviously don't have that little like ripped in the seam or whatever, but these are the floors. They are so dirty. They do have to be cleaned, so they will look better than this when we actually clean them, but for now they're like really dirty, so we're gonna get some mats to cover that up. Back here it has its own weather control, but this was the thing that we were talking about covering up that's like electrical, and then this had a cover on it as well, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy a cover for this because it doesn't like bother me as much as this does, because like I'm afraid of like somebody getting electrocuted or some shit. I have no idea what that is. Pull this down, has the cup holders. That's the third row seating that is currently down. That's the interior. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the outside. This is what she looks like. We're gonna change the American flag to a black one, as well as on the back. She's very huge. I think there was a dent on the side. No, it's probably my passenger side. I mean, my driver's side. I don't know if I can open it. Yep, it's unlocked. But this is how big it is. Under here we have a spare tire and everything, but I'm not lifting that up because I'm way too lazy to do that. And then right here, there are a couple like little dents and everything. I'm not that worried about it. And then going back to the front, where was it? Oh, here it is. This is like the paint chip that I'm talking about, but it's really like not that bad. And I think there's some on the bumper as well. Like right here. So it's really not that bad. Just little minor things. But I'm gonna go ahead, get back in here. But also, right here it has the little passcode thing that you can use to get into the car. I'm really grateful that I'm able to afford this, but just to make it very clear, I'm paying for this car with all of my own money. My mom is not paying for this car. She is paying for the insurance, but the only reason why she's paying for insurance is because she paid for my sister's insurance as well. So just to make it fair, she is going to pay for that. I think until I'm 25, that's when I take over. And then the fact that she did sign for me, so thank you, Mom, for being so kind to sign for me under your name, because obviously we couldn't do it under my name, but she made this all possible for signing for me, and I'm able to get such an amazing car for a first car at 17. But even though it's used, you know what, I'm so happy with the car that I got. That was basically everything that I needed to show you guys, I think, and tell you guys, I think. So let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing a clean and decorate my car with me video, and then doing like an actual in-depth tour of the buttons, on the wheel, on the sides, doing the screen, things like that, and changing out the emblems on the outside of the car, the sticker on the wheel, you know, doing all that stuff, because there are quite a few decoration things I want to do for the car. So yeah, I think that could be fun. So comment down below if you guys want to see that. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I know it's already long and I'm talking about a whole bunch of shit that you guys probably don't care about. I'm gonna end this video here, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see that other video, and I will see you guys in the next one.